And thank you for joining us. As promised, we've got Jaque Fourie and Richard Kriel. Jacques, I just want to just check your camera again. If you can just set it up for me again. I've lost you. There we go. Back in the mix. Thank you very much. Yes, colleagues. So we've got Jaque Fourie and Richard Kriel. We'll chat to them for about 10 minutes ahead of the clash with Zebre for round five. Maybe just as an icebreaker, guys, what's the conditions like there? What was for lunch?
Sammy, yeah, the conditions are still fine, but I see weather prediction for the week. It's going to be wet. Even game day, it's going to come down with a lot of rain. The food is not bad. We've only been here for one night, so yeah, it's still in the balance.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right, guys, let's raise hands for questions so we can wrap this up at least by 5 to 1 if possible, please, guys, so we can release them. Ashfaq, you up first. Good afternoon.
Thanks, Anissa. Hi, Jacques. Hi, Richard.
Lola.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the season. Obviously, I know Cash said after this past weekend's game, the travel had a bit of an effect. But how are you guys feeling physically, the both of you?
I'm feeling fine. I mean, I haven't done a lot yet this season. I've only come back from injury now. So, yeah, I'm feeling fresh and I can tell I'm ready to go now.
Yeah,
And
I
what's
think
it just in terms of the players, yeah, defensively particularly?
yeah, I think the guys, the weekend's game was quite a physical game. You don't go to the Dragons to Newport and think it's going to be an easy game. It was a physical game, so there's a few guys that's bodies are sore. Luckily, with the recovery has gone well, travel has gone well, so everyone will probably run today at training just to get a flush out, and then after that, hopefully the bodies will feel fine.
Sometimes, when the attack is going well, then at times there's sometimes gaps in the defense because you focus so on attack and it's going strongly. I mean, Edinburgh, I know it was a difficult one because you guys were so far ahead that it was an understandable second half. It might not be the same effort. But last week as well, are you comfortable? The other guys are backing up in the second half on defense, especially when the attack is going quite well.
Yeah, we put a lot of emphasis on attack, so in few instances, you're going to have unstructured defense also. So our challenge is to structure that defense as quickly as possible, to put teams under pressure and to put their skill set under pressure. But it's going well. It's all about communicating, getting into the right space, and then making the hits. So it's still early in the season. We're getting better and better at it. So hopefully this weekend, a team like Zebre, they like unstructured attack. So we'll have to force them defensively, force them to structured attack to get the ball back again.
Just lastly from me, just in terms of working together as attack and defense, sometimes you've got to change your game just to almost engage the opposition defense and not give him opportunities. Sometimes you have to be more direct. I know Lions love to play with width, and it's great to see when it comes off. But sometimes you just need to be straight in the faces.
Yeah, especially like a team, like I say, the team like Zebra, even if the conditions, if it's going to rain, it's probably going to rain a lot. So the conditions not going to allow us to play the expensive game. So then we'll probably have to go to, direct game. And we've got players to do that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashfaq. Let's go with Ati and then followed by Carl.
Thanks, Niani. So sorry about that. Afternoon, guys. Coach, I mean, the character of the team showed, to pull off the win over the weekend. How important will that element be going forward right now, planting that seed when you go overseas, even at home, to just have that character, and when the going gets tough, you guys to just show character and to make sure they get over the line?
Yeah, I think it's very important for us as a franchise. A few years back, we would have probably lost that game. But, going that last 20 minutes, the confidence the guys had on the field, the communication was always positive. And the mindset was always that we are going to win this game. So it is just a matter of time. And if we go through our process and the stuff that we did during the week, it's gonna work for us. So it was unbelievable when the first win on tour is always nice. That sets the tone for the whole tour. Yeah, it's good to have a win.
Nina meniza la kwenzeka kanjani mhlambe uma nifika abantu enibajwayele ukuthi
Okay, I don't know who that is.
ningabafiki size kwabanye
Is that you, Ati?
No, it wasn't me.
Okay, cool. Have you got another question?
Can I have another question, please? Sorry,
yes.
Nothing disturbed me now. So, Coach, just again within defense, guys putting their bodies on the line, guys showing leadership at moments, the young guys like Jared, just making that steal at the end there. I mean, those sort of character little things, guys putting up their hand on the field, being leaders. How important is it for you as a defense coach?
No, it's very important. I think the defense and attack, you need leaders. And you need guys that lead by example. So we do have a very young team, but I mean, if you have a look at our players have young players that's been playing for a few seasons now. So those players are very experienced players. So it's very important. You need leaders in attack and defense, and you need guys who stick up their hand to say when it goes tough to say, listen, you give the ball to me, I'll make the difference.
As the coaching staff, do you feel as if the guys are sort of come of age right now? As you say, a lot of guys are reaching 50 caps. There are also young players coming through, but then there's a lot of young players who've had a lot of experience there at the URC and also the Challenge Cup. But then do you feel as if now the team the group has sort of come of age as the coaching staff?
For sure. Like I said, I think the players that we've got and the management that we've got has been coming now for the last 2-3 seasons. So it's a set team and a set management team. So it's coming at that stage now, that we need to perform. And I think the guys are doing that quite well.
Thank you so much. Thanks, President.
Thank you, Ati. Carl?
Coach, thanks for the opportunity. Taking into account that the weather reports it's fairly accurate and everything, a lot of rain. Kicking will become quite important in the wet conditions on the attack or used as attack and a defensive method. What did you make of Nico Stein's play at 10?
Yeah, it's not the first time that we played Nico at 10, so it's not new for him. The good thing about Nico, and if you only have a few of those players that has the ability to play any position. They are just natural rugby players. So I thought he did quite well. It was just that one, it could have happened to anyone, the intercept pass that he gave. I thought he directed quite well, and it's a different level. You're playing at URC now, it's a different speed. So it's just something that he needs to get used to, but we thought he did quite well under the circumstances against the Dragons.
And it will be the third weekend that you will be forced to play a different game plan. How comfortable are you guys switching from the one game plan to the other game plan? I saw on Saturday with the defense, more questions asked on the defense, that you were quite relaxed and quite able quickly to adapt to it.
Yeah, well, like I say, unfortunately, we're playing in Europe, so the weather wherever we go is not going to be the same. So, and very early on this week, they're saying that it is going to come down with a lot of rain. So we're quite comfortable in going into kicking battles as well, staying in that and playing in the right areas of the field. And we're also quite comfortable when we get into those areas to keep the ball through a lot of phases to go score tries.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Carl. Are there any other questions? I don't see any hands.
I'm hearing Andy, so.
Okay, let's go with let's go with Anami first, Ashfaq, and I'll come back to you.
Thank you very much, and hi everyone.
Anami.
Jaque, so you're facing Zebre now, which is one of the teams that are low on the log at the moment, and then straight after that you face the top of the log team. How do you navigate that? That must be tricky, especially in the conditions that you're playing in.
Yeah, I think the nice thing, we've got a very exciting squad. So we've got a few guys that's coming back from injuries now. So I think for us is to create the excitement again for this weekend, for the team that's going to play. It is an unbelievable, opportunity for all the players to play again this weekend against Zebre. And then next weekend you're playing the team that's on top of the log. What an awesome opportunity as well. I think as rugby players and as coaches, those are the teams that you want to play to measure yourself in a competition like this. So if it's now Zebre, if it's now Leinster, we're relishing the opportunity to play them. And, it's like I say, if we win this weekend, when we win this weekend, then we probably next weekend is a top of the table clash against Leinster. So, and we're going to see it, we're going to give it our all against them next weekend.
Yeah, this is probably a good time for you to actually compete at the same level compared to previous seasons when you were struggling. There's only 3 unbeaten teams in this competition, and that's the Lions, the Bulls, and Leinster. So it's the ideal opportunity, and that must be very motivating.
Yeah, it's always motivating. It's still early in the competition. The URC has not won in the first 3 weeks, but I mean, going into next week, knowing that you've won 4 games and playing Leinster that also won all their games, it's quite a big achievement, and for us it's going to be quite a big motivator as well going into next week. But I mean, we first need to do the job this weekend. Zebre is not an easy team. I think if we're going to go in with that mindset, that's just going to be a walk in the park this weekend. We're making a big mistake. They are tough. They're going to play for 80 minutes. So we first got this challenge ahead of us on Saturday.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Anami.
Thanks, Anami. Ashfaq, go for it.
Yes, for Richard, Jacques mentioned there's some of the players coming back from injury. You're one of those. What was your injury exactly, and how long were you out for?
Initially, it wasn't. I didn't hurt anything. How can I say, during the season or whatever? I was just fixing something in my shoulder, and it was a small op, and I was out for about, I think, 3 weeks, and then after that I got an infection, so I had to get another operation, which set me back about 4 weeks again. So if everything went according to plan to the first small surgery, I would have been out only for 3 or 4 weeks. But then, obviously, with the infection, I only managed to come back now. So, yeah, I'm ready to go now, finally.
Gosh, that's quite a while. You must be really itching to play again. And also your ability to play in various positions in the backline also help you, especially with the conditions being difficult this weekend.
Yeah, I don't mind where I play at the moment. I mean, I just want to play. After having been injured for almost 3 months now, just doing rehab and everything and straight line running, it's time to get back on the field and play some footy. So I'm very excited for that.
And especially as the team is doing so well, nearly won the Currie Cup, had a great run there, and now in URC also unbeaten and first win on tour. You must be excited to be part of that backline that's also scoring some lovely tries.
Yeah, at the moment the backline is doing so well, so that's why I'm nipping a little bit to see if I even can get into the team. So if I get picked, I'll be very, very happy to. But no, our backline is on fire at the moment, and it's just a joy to be part of it.
Just finally, Richard, in terms of position, I know you say always most players say they want to play any position, but are you preferring fullback or wing at the moment, or yeah, what's your sort of goal for the season?
I don't know if I can say that in front of Coach Jaque, but
no, vertel hom, man, vertel hom.
I want to play center, but I'll cover 15 or wing, wherever they need me.
So maybe you can ask your boot also some tips in the midfield.
My boot can go sleep. He's got a red card. He's going back home.
Hey man, so whenever we speak to him, he always says that you're the better rugby player. So.
No, he is the better rugby player.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Awesome. Thanks for those, Ashfaq. Anami, is that an old hand or?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I needed to take it down. Sorry about that.
No worries. Any other questions, guys, before we release Richard and Jacque? Everyone happy?
Bye, donkey.
I say, Jacque, Richard, thank you very much. And yeah, all the best for the weekend and with all the preparations. Colleagues, appreciate it as always.
Thank you so much.
Yes, meaty pasta.
Dankie julle baie.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.